Hi and welcome into Rebecca K Crochet. Becky, your yarn host. And today I wanted to tell you where I have been for the past several days. My son came up from Texas and he was helping me clean my house, and deep clean, not just kind of sort of clean. We went through everything. We went through every one of my closets. And we took everything out and went through it all. In other words, spring cleaned. And he even went through, and I have a picture and I'll insert it pretty soon. He went through my kitchen cabinets. As you can see in this picture, he was doing a deep dive in Mom's cabinet where things go to die. That's what we decided. There was things back there that he'd never even seen before. And he was a year old when we moved into this house, and he's like, Mom, where in the world did this come from? I was like, well, we found some really really funny stuff. So we had a good time whenever he was here, and I'm sure he is so glad that he is gone and back home, because it was crazy. And we just downsized a lot of stuff. I had stuff from 40 years of marriage in here, so it was like, hey, it's time to get rid of a lot of this stuff. And so that is what we did this last week, or a lot of it. And then some of it, he helped us outside with pulling T-posts. And for those of you who don't know, we used to grow market garden. We had 3,500 tomato plants that we grew at any given time. So we had T-posts in the ground, and we had a bunch of stuff set up for our market garden that now we're getting older and it's a little bit more difficult with my health problems for my husband to keep up, and he has health problems, but it's a little bit more difficult for us to keep up with that big of a garden. We had over an acre garden, and in my acre garden, I did not plant like normal people. I planted square foot gardening, so I mean it was dense and compact, and everything that I had was, we grew everything from tomatoes, cucumbers. We grew it all, and we sold it in a year-round garden. And so he came up to help, because he was part of that. My son used to live with us and grew with us, and so he came up to help us get that situated and pull T-posts and that kind of thing. So we've been busy for the past week. He stayed longer than what we thought he was going to, or I would have had videos out. But we enjoyed him tremendously being here. He wore his mama out. I broke my foot the first of last week, and so I've been hobbling around. I am hobbling around, and it's harder for me to get around right now, so I guess crochet is where it's going to be at for a while. I do have some more plans for the channel. I'm going to keep those to myself, but I found so much stuff cleaning and so many started projects, and I'm like, what was this gonna be? So I'm going to show you a few of those today. Some of them I'm just going to, frog because I have no idea what it was going to be. Some of these projects have been put aside for a few years. One of these projects is this right here. I don't know if I'm going to frog this, or if that's upside down, or if I'm going to continue to do this project. This, I think, was going to be like a t-shirt. or I could turn it into a t-shirt if I wanted to, if that's not what it was meant to be. And this is done out of Hobby Lobby, Soft and Sleek, I think. No, was it Soft and Sleek? It looks like this. This is, I don't think you can get this color anymore. I don't think I have more over there, but I can't remember what the color is. I found this blanket, which this is done in Mile a Minute, and I have plans to show you how to do something like this. This was made specifically for a chair cover, but it is folded in half. So actually it's supposed to go on the back of my love seat that I have in the other room. And I brought it in here to show you guys that it's cream and turquoise colors. Then the other one I found, I'll probably continue on, and I'll show you how to make this one, because I'd been looking for this and I didn't know where it was, and it was buried in the bottom of a closet. And I was so thankful whenever he pulled this out, because I was like, I had plans to show you guys this on camera, and I could not find this because I knew I needed to finish it. I knew it was a work in progress. But here it is. It's a hexagon blanket. It's done out of scraps. This is Karen Simply Soft yarn. And I don't have much more to, you can see I'm attaching one right here. I don't have much more to go. This is the only, I have half of a row left. That's all I have left to go to finish this blanket. So I will be teaching you guys how to attach, how to make your hexagon, and then how to attach, and that'll probably be this week or really soon. And I may do it on like Scrappy Saturday or something like that, but that is this project. I've got a lot of ends to weave in. And then I found one more, well, I found two more projects, but one of them's just a little strip of, it's out of thread yarn, and it's just a little strip. I'm gonna rip it out because I have no idea what it was going to be. But then I have this one back here that we found. And this is another blanket. And I have some yarn that doesn't belong in there. And I do have stitch markers on this one, and I'm pulling it out. Hold on. I don't know if you can see. This is another blanket that is like one of those in the intro that I have. This is another one of those blankets, but it's already huge. Let's see how much you can see of this. There's the bottom right there. And then this one's actually for me, for my bed. My bed's a king size. This one will be a king size. This is not my pattern. This is a pattern by Helen Shrimpton, and this was a free pattern that she has. And it's just the most gorgeous, gorgeous blankets. These turn out just beautiful. I will be finishing that. I'll show you when I finish it, but I cannot do a tutorial on that because it is not my pattern to do. You'll have to go to Helen Shrimpton. I think it's Crystals and Crochet is that one. So I have those things left to finish. That was my projects that I found. And then a little bit of update. I know that I have some people on here that watch me. My mom and a few other people that are family members that watch my videos, and they want to know what the doctors have said. So if you don't want to know what the doctors have said, you can tune off, and I will see you in the next one if you want to know. It's not anything great. I have to do more testing in June. I have a whole week worth of testing in June. I've got to go have pulmonary testing done in June and then cardiology testing in June. And they put me on a different steroid inhaler to see if that will help with my breathing. So far it has a little bit. I went to the doctor last week, to the pulmonologist last week. So far it has helped a little bit with my breathing. She seems to think that it may be asthma that I'm having and not congestive heart failure or anything like that, which is good news. If we can treat asthma, I'm all for it. I've had asthma my whole life, so I'm like, I'm good. So, but that's what she seems to think it is, and you just may hear heavy breathing every once in a while on the videos, which is okay. Just look past that and we will go on from there. So that's my life update, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get back to the videos. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.